The Ant King was the hidden boss of the Jeju Island S-Rank Gate and one of the most formidable monsters in solo leveling. He was directly responsible for the deaths of over 8 of the 16 S-Rank hunters during the 4th Jeju Island raid, including Japan's strongest hunter, Goto Ryuji. The Ant King was a massive humanoid ant with a black exoskeleton, glowing red eyes, claws, and ant wings. Arrogant and bloodthirsty, he sought strong opponents and took pride in his status as the apex predator. Unlike his brethren, he possessed human-level intelligence, which allowed for strategic combat. During the raid, the Ant King slaughtered Japanese hunters only to be enraged by the Queen's death at the hands of Korean hunters. He killed Min Byung-gyu, gaining healing and language skills through his gluttony ability. Despite overwhelming power, he met his match in Jinwoo, who easily countered his abilities, including strength, speed, poison, and an ant army. Realizing defeat, the Ant King attempted to flee but was crushed by Jinwoo's ruler's authority and finished with mutilation. Afterward, Jinwoo resurrected him as a shadow soldier named Beru. Known for immense strength, speed, poison, healing magic, and flight, the Ant King was bred to be the strongest of his kind. Baran, known as the King of Demons and Monarch of White Flames, was a powerful and central figure among the 9 monarchs. Baran was a massive demon with gray skin, glowing flame-like hair, a long tail, and 4 horns. In his recreated form for the demon castle, his eyes glowed red and he lacked his signature helmet. In life, Baran was cruel, fearless, and unwavering, even when facing insurmountable odds. He demonstrated loyalty to his creator, the Absolute Being, yet betrayed Ashborn, the Shadow Monarch, under orders from Antares. However, his betrayal led to a crushing defeat and death at Ashborn's hands. Centuries later, Kandiaru recreated Baran as the final boss of the Demon Castle. Armed with immense strength, speed, and durability, Baran wielded abilities such as summoning a demon army and unleashing lightning attacks. Despite overwhelming Sung Jinwoo initially, Baran was ultimately defeated due to Jinwoo's resolve and assistance from Ezel Radaru. While the clone in the Demon Castle was a mere shadow of Baran's true power, his legacy underscored the destructive potential of the monarchs and the Shadow Monarch supremacy. The Blue Venom Fang Kasaka, a formidable C-rank boss, was the primary antagonist in the Hapjeong subway dungeon in solo leveling. Its encounter with Sung Jinwoo marked a crucial moment in his journey as a hunter. The Kasaka is depicted as a massive cobra-like beast with glowing amber eyes, blue scales, and venomous blue fangs. Its appearance, combined with its durability and agility, made it a terror for hunters. Its abilities included poisonous fangs that inflicted severe damage over time, tough scales that reduced physical damage, and swift, unpredictable strikes. It also employed constricting binds to immobilize targets and crush them with immense force. During a dungeon raid, Sung Jinwoo faced the Kasaka in a battle that pushed his limits. Despite being overpowered, having his sword shattered, and struggling against its immense strength, Jinwoo managed to defeat it by strangling the monster with his enhanced strength stats. This victory highlighted Jinwoo's determination, adaptability, and growing power. This encounter also yielded valuable rewards, accelerating his progression as a hunter. The Kasaka serves as an early test of Jinwoo's capabilities and a stepping stone in his evolution from a weak hunter to one of the most powerful individuals in the solo leveling universe. Broki was a servant of Rakan, tasked with protecting Rakan's descendants. He was also the boss of the Guanak Mountain Dungeon and the leader of the Hyena Guild. His role was crucial in ensuring Rakan's heir, Gray, would grow strong enough to succeed as the Monarch of Fangs. Originally loyal to his master, Broki became corrupted after being brainwashed by the Itarim. His belief in the survival of the fittest led him to lose respect for Rakan, blaming his death on Rakan's weakness. This ideology drove him to become increasingly arrogant and abusive, even drinking Gray's blood to grow stronger. Broki also saw humans as inferior and used them for his own purposes, following the Itarim's orders ruthlessly. After fleeing with Gray during the war with the Shadow Monarch, Broki hid until he was brainwashed by Tiel and later crossed into the human world. In Korea, he made a deal with the Hyena Guild to deliver humans to the Apostles. After a battle with Suho, Broki died and the spell broke, allowing his original personality to resurface. Suho later revived him as a Shadow Soldier, where he assisted in defeating rogue demons and carrying their bodies to the Shadow Dungeon. Cerberus was the first boss of the Demon Castle and served as its gatekeeper. A powerful A-rank beast, he was known for his immense strength, durability, and speed, as well as his immunity to Kasaka's Venom Fang. His appearance resembled the mythological Cerberus, being a massive black dog with 3 heads, glowing red eyes, and sharp fangs. The left and middle heads had fiery orange hair and brown horns, while the right head wore a gray mask and had a brown fur mane. As an A-rank magic beast, Cerberus possessed remarkable physical abilities. His Rage ability allowed him to double his strength for 3 minutes, further enhancing his combat capabilities. During his fight with Jinwoo, Cerberus demonstrated his superior power, overwhelming his opponent with ease. Despite his strength, Cerberus was ultimately defeated, marking the end of his role as the Demon Castle's Gatekeeper. His fierce loyalty to the Demon Castle and his formidable abilities made him a significant challenge for anyone who dared to enter. Earth Giant was the boss of an unnamed A-rank dungeon purchased by the Hunters Guild. Standing about the size of a small building, it had multiple arms, sharp teeth, and a single large red eye in the center of its face. Although it was never seen in battle, Sung Jinwoo regarded it as more powerful than both Vulcan and Metus, making it the strongest boss-level magic beast he had encountered at the time. Despite its intimidating appearance and immense strength, Earth Giant was eventually defeated, though its true abilities remained largely unexplored. Giant Arachnid Buruya was the boss of the Insects dungeon. This massive spider featured a gray carapace on its abdomen, 8 legs covered in black chitinous armor with gray exposed joints, and multiple glowing red eyes. As a C-rank boss, Buruya was a formidable magic beast capable of great strength. It could also spit bursts of corrosive acid, making it a dangerous opponent. Despite its power, Buruya was ultimately defeated. Kamish was the boss of the first S-rank gate, responsible for devastating the American West Coast and massacring most of the S-rank hunters who confronted him. Regarded as humanity's greatest calamity, Kamish was a red western dragon with 5 gray horns, glowing yellow eyes, and a long whip-like tail. As a shadow, his appearance shifted with black scales and glowing purple features. Initially a servant of Antares, the king of dragons, Kamish was captured by the rulers during the First War and had an essence stone implanted inside him. Upon emerging from the S-rank gate, he wreaked havoc, killing hundreds of S-rank hunters before being slain by the last 5 survivors. His body was preserved by the American government and stored in the FBH headquarters. After years of death, Jinwoo revived Kamish as a shadow, though the process was difficult due to the time elapsed since his death. Upon revival, Kamish briefly attempted to attack humans, but stopped when he learned he was no longer under the control of the rulers. Kamish served Jinwoo loyally, but his decaying body eventually crumbled. Before his death, he warned Jinwoo about humans bestowed with the power by the rulers. Kamish was known for his immense strength, durability, and abilities such as Dragon's Fear and Dragon's Breath. Kandiaru, also known as the Architect, was the hidden boss of the Double Dungeon and the creator and moderator of the system. He appeared as a large stone statue of a hooded angel with 6 wings and multiple arms. After being defeated by Jinwoo in the Double Dungeon, his real face was revealed to have whitish blue skin and light blue eyes. Kandiaru was psychotic, egotistical, and fiercely loyal to the monarchs, worshipping them as gods. His disdain for humanity was evident when he became enraged after Jinwoo defeated him. His history is tied to Ashbourne as he created the system in exchange for immortality. He also worked with Tarnak to create Amut and imprison it in the Pyramid Field. During the Double Dungeon arc, Kandiaru tested Jinwoo with his puppets, including the Statue of God. When Jinwoo defeated them, Kandiaru set an urgent quest that would have killed Jinwoo if he failed. Despite being outmatched, Jinwoo defeated Kandiaru, who later attempted to sacrifice a group of hunters to Ashbourne. As the battle escalated, Jinwoo regained consciousness, fought back, and eventually destroyed Kandiaru's body. Before his death, Kandiaru cursed Jinwoo with a prophecy, but failed to intimidate him. Kandiaru had immense strength, speed, and durability, and he could control statues and manipulate the system. His abilities also included Ruler's Authority, which allowed him to telekinetically control objects. Kargalgan, also known as Tusk after being turned into a shadow soldier, was a high Orc Shaman and the boss of the Hunters Guild Gate. He had bright red skin, glowing red eyes, and gray hair, with neon teal tattoos and a sadistic personality. Kargalgan viewed humans as inferior, but his confidence faltered when he realized Jinwoo was a monarch. As a powerful S-rank boss, Kargalgan wielded various magical abilities, including barrier creation, gravitation magic, and the ability to strike fear into others. He also had a collection of curses called hymns, which allowed him to cause pain, blindness, frenzy, and even manipulate fire. Despite his immense power, Kargalgan was defeated by Jinwoo and became one of his shadow soldiers. Legia, the king of giants and monarch of the beginning, was the hidden boss of the Tokyo S-rank gate. A giant with bluish-gray skin, long messy black hair, and glowing red eyes, Legia was captured and restrained by the rulers after the Absolute Being's death. Despite being imprisoned for eons, the rulers implanted an essence stone in his neck, triggering bloodlust towards humans. In the Japan Crisis arc, Legia was released through the Tokyo S-Rank gate and confronted Jinwoo. He tried to deceive Jinwoo by promising to fight alongside him, using a spell to prevent lies between them. However, Jinwoo quickly discovered the Essence Stone and decapitated Legia with ease, ending his plans and clearing the gate. As one of the Monarchs, Legia was incredibly strong and possessed abilities like the Pledge of Trust, which bound him to another in a Spell of Truth, and Spiritual Body Manifestation, allowing him to exist without a physical body. Despite his power, he was ultimately defeated by Jinwoo. Metus was the third boss of the Demon Castle. A hulking demon, he was twice the size of a regular human, with glowing red eyes, black horns, and a skull-like mask. His attire consisted of a brown shawl over a tattered black cloak, a large bone necklace, and a dark green tassel over his groin area. Although Metus wasn't powerful enough to defeat Jinwoo, he possessed the ability to summon hundreds of undead soldiers at his command. Additionally, he had strong magical abilities, making him a formidable opponent. The Stone Golem was the boss of an unnamed D-rank dungeon near Hapjeong subway station. It was a massive humanoid creature made entirely of rock, with glowing blue veins across its body. The golem was about the size of a small building. During Jinwoo's first experience in an instant dungeon, the Stone Golem emerged from a nearby D-rank gate. A small party of hunters attempted to fight it, but only one tanker-type hunter was strong enough to defend, as the rest were E-rank. By the time Jinwoo arrived, the hunters were running low on mana and struggling to hold off the creature. Jinwoo saw an opportunity to test himself and threw his broken sword at the golem, blasting a hole through its face and disorienting it, which allowed the other hunters to defeat it. In the game, the Stone Golem is replaced by the Blue Spirit Golem, who later becomes one of Jinwoo's shadows named Big Rock. Vulcan was the second boss of the Demon Castle, residing on the 50th floor. He was a large, morbidly obese demon with red skin, 3 glowing red eyes, sharp teeth with large lower fangs, and 4 horns, 2 gray and 2 white. He wore a small white loincloth and wielded a large brown club. As an S-rank magic beast, Vulcan was incredibly powerful. He possessed immense physical strength, which allowed him to overpower Jinwoo with his blows. Despite his bulky size, Vulcan demonstrated enhanced speed, surprising Jinwoo with his quick strikes. His durability was also remarkable, as Jinwoo's punch sent him flying through several buildings, yet Vulcan remained virtually unharmed. Vulcan's ability, Rage, allowed him to increase his pain threshold and enhance his stats by 50%, making him even more formidable.